Hey everyone, Dave here, and before we get into the video, I just want to do a quick shout out for the channel WhiteMojoWolf. Definitely check him out if you haven't heard of him or you haven't checked him out yet. I'm going to have links to his channel in the description box below. He does a whole variety of different kinds of videos. I mean, he talks about comic book hauls, he does comic book reviews, he talks about video games, he does trading card rips. He's got a series called Let's Try It, where he tries out different games. He also does a lot of live streaming of video game play. And he also has a vlog that's called The Weekly Wolf, where he talks about anything. I mean, he talks about video games, he talks about comics, he talks about life in general. So he's got a great variety of content on his channel. It also seems like a very cool guy. You know, I'm watching a bunch of his videos, and he seems like a very nice guy, and he's also a very big supporter of this channel. Again, if you haven't checked him out, you don't know about him, now you do, and check him out. Drop a sub, check out the videos, drop some likes, some views, comments, all right? And again, it's WhiteMojoWolf. Hey everyone, Dave here with a new comic book day haul and recommendations video for all of you. Was able to hit up the comic shop yesterday for a new comic book day. Picked up my books for this week. Also picked up a book that came out last week. So I'm going to show you what I got. And as far as recommendations go, honestly, I recommend all these books. So as we go along, I'll give you some information about each one. So first up, we're going to start with the book that came out last week, and that is Ninja Kaidan, issue number 2 from Black Box Comics, and this is going to be the cover A. Jump in, check out some of the artwork here for you. A little bit more. All right. Alright, so this is from Black Box Comics, and I really enjoyed this issue. On a little bit of a side note, definitely check out issue number 1, alright? It was a great first issue, really set things up, you know, gave enough story information to satisfy you, but also keep you intrigued by not revealing everything. So it was a very good first issue, definitely check it out. As far as issue number 2 goes, it's a very good follow-up. You know, it continues to delve into the backstory of our main character and raise more questions, you know, that need to be answered. You know, moves the story forward enough and ends on an interesting note. In brief, about the premise of this series, our main character, Yuki Snow, he's taken over his father's company after his passing, and he starts focusing on a special project that his father was working on. And this project is creating a suit of armor that would allow the user to speak to and interact with ghosts. That's the armor right here. Very cool idea. I really liked that idea. Black Box Comics, they're on YouTube here. I'll leave a link to them in the description box. Well, they reached out, I believe, in my last video, and they recommended this series, and you know, I checked it out, and it was actually very good. So I definitely thank them for recommending the series. You know, the artwork in this issue and in the previous issue is just freaking great, and the writing, you know, as I said, it gives you enough to be satisfied and intrigued to come back for more. Both the last issue and this issue, and again, very cool idea about having a suit of armor that allows you to see and interact with and speak to ghosts. That's a pretty cool idea. All right, so I'm looking forward to more and seeing you know, where the series goes. All right, so second book. Now we're into the books that came out this week. Alright, so we've got Magic the Gathering, issue number 18, and this is from Boom Studios. Let's check out some of the artwork here. Alright. Alright, so this has been a very good series. It's continuing here with some very cool artwork and good writing. I really enjoyed this issue. The heroes end up springing a trap for Tybalt, who is under orders to find his former partner, person he was working with before, Davril Kane, find him and skin him alive and bring back his skin to Tesseract. They end up actually springing the trap, and with the assistance of another planeswalker who's able to control time, they're able to chase him and enter the rift that he opens, or actually that opens, I should say. He doesn't open it, actually opens some sort of timing thing that they have set up. So he's able to jump into the rift, and they're able to follow him to Ravnica, so they're able to finally get back there. And when they do that, they go about freeing Chandra's friends one by one, and end up preparing for a showdown with Tesseract. So this was a fun, fast-paced read, this issue. I'm glad that they had some bit more action in this issue, and they definitely moved the story forward. And I'm looking forward to the big battle that it seems like they've set up at the end of this issue. So I'm guessing the story arc is coming to a conclusion very soon, either in the next issue or possibly the one after that, I would think. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing how that plays out. But this has been a pretty good series so far, from the beginning up until now. It's been very good. So definitely check it out. Alright, next up is another really good series that's been going for a little while now, and it's going to be Time Before Time, issue number 16 from Image Comics, and this is going to be the cover A. Check out some of the artwork in here. Alright. Alright, so we've got our protagonists here, Tetsuo, Nadia, and Kevin. They're in the year 3987 now, still trying to find a cure for Tetsuo's illness, and also trying to find out what happened to Nadia's family. They end up locating the mysterious Arcola Institute, and they find that not all is what it seems. Meanwhile, Sebastian Rudick, bounty hunter from previous issues, is working to locate them and collect the bounty that's out on them. But he's got a little bit of a noble cause, I guess, for it. It's not for him, for his personal gain and wealth. It's actually for a sick family member. Nadia ends up finding a clue about where her family may be, and after a brief little scuffle at the Arcola Institute, the group ends up escaping, and they make plans to steal an advanced pod that the Arcola Institute has for Nadia to travel way back in time, further than any regular pod would allow you to do in one jump, and attempt to find her family. They're in for a bit of a fight, though, from what they show you at the end of this issue. So I'm interested in seeing how things turn out in the next issue, because you've got this fight that they're going to have with the people at the Arcola Institute, but then you also got Rudick, who is trying to locate them. And actually, towards the end, it looks like he, because of the scuffle that ends up happening, he ends up being alerted to where they are, and I'm guessing he's going to start making his way over there, and it's going to be interesting to see when they start clashing with him. So the artwork was great in this issue. It's being done by a new artist, but it's still great and in keeping with the previous issues. And the writing was good. I really enjoyed how they advanced the story a bit here, and definitely setting up the next issue. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, and the last comic that I picked up, I've got a couple covers for this one, and it's going to be Twig, and this is from Image Comics. Now this is going to be cover A, and then I've got cover B, and then I've got cover D, which is a virgin variant of cover A. All right, so this is 5th issue of this mini-series, created by Scotty Young. Jump in, check out some of the artwork real quick. Cool. Alright. Alright, so this has been a great read, this series. Alright, I highly recommend picking up the previous 4 issues, and of course this one. It does end with this issue, but there is a prospect of possibly some more coming. Such a great, colorful, vibrant artwork in this series, and the writing is just great. Alright, in this series, briefly, we have Twig, who's the main character right here, and his friend Splat, this little thing right here, and they're on a mission to do what's called the final placing, which is they have to go to a place and they have to take a gem that he's been entrusted with, and he has to put it in the specific place in order to save the world. Things end up going wrong during the series, and the gem is accidentally drained of its power, and Twig has to follow some specific instructions from another character in order to revitalize the gem and place it where it needs to be placed so that it can actually save the world. In this issue here, Twig is facing a menace from one of the previous issues who came back and was stalking him and finally is caught up to him. And he's hell-bent on killing Twig and taking his hide. Nice and gruesome. But an ally of Twig's makes a sacrifice to save Twig and allow him to continue on his journey to save the world. Twig ends up becoming dejected because of what has happened. He starts wallowing in self-pity and doesn't feel the need to continue because he believes that the friend that sacrificed themselves to save him, he thinks from the instructions he was given that he needs something specific from that person in order to revitalize the gem. So he's really feeling like there's no sense going forward. He just believes it's futile. Ultimately, his remaining friend, an ally, decides to go it alone and shows Twig some tough love, and this ultimately inspires him to continue onward and eventually realizing actually that one of the elements that's needed to repair the gem is not exactly what he thought it was. So eventually, with some assistance, he's able to make it to the moon. That's the last location that he had to go to get the last element to revitalize the gem. So I'm not going to give any spoilers, so I'm not going to say how it ends. And again, this was such a fun series to read. The artwork is just so great, and the writing is just top notch. And it sends a message of, just have confidence in yourself and keep pushing on, in the face of adversity. That's what I took away from this series, and that's the message that I think that they're trying to send with this series. And it's nice to actually have a series that is giving readers a nice message to live by. All right, so that's it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting that good old like button and subscribing to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then thank you very much. Your support is much appreciated. All right. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked the video or if you liked any of these books, if you have any recommendations. All right. And or just say hi. Always love hearing from you guys. So, until next time, be safe, be well, and I'll catch you later.